He was just a tired single dad in economy seat 12F, clutching a crayon-stained backpack and hoping his little girl wouldn't wake up crying again. To everyone on the plane, he looked like any exhausted father traveling alone, unshaven, quiet, invisible. But when the aircraft doors swung open after landing and a man in a crisp flight suit stepped inside, every passenger froze. The pilot scanned the cabin, locked eyes with the father in 12F, and saluted. "Sir, welcome back, Viper 1. Gasps rippled through the aircraft. The single dad's face strained of color. He hadn't heard that call sign in 7 years. And he never wanted to hear it again. What happened next would unravel the secret he tried to bury, and reveal why the Air Force's deadliest F-22 unit had been searching for the one man who walked away from them, and why the world might need him one last time. Ethan Cole tried not to look at his reflection in the window, but the dim cabin lights made it impossible to ignore the truth. He looked older than 33. Too many nights awake. Too many jobs. Too many burdens for a man who once flew faster than sound and didn't fear the sky. His daughter, Mia, slept curled into his side, tiny fingers clutching the sleeve of his worn hoodie. The same hoodie he wore the night her mother died. He adjusted her seatbelt gently, brushing a loose curl from her cheek. She was 6 now, old enough to ask questions, too young to understand the answers. The plane began its descent into Colorado Springs. Ethan's stomach tightened. Returning here meant facing memories he locked away. The explosion, the screams through the radio, the moment he ignored an order because he thought he could save his wingman. He saved him, but lost everything else. His career. His marriage. His pride. Ethan Cole, the Air Force's prodigy pilot, the legend they called Viper 1, vanished from the world after that night. And he planned to stay gone. But bills don't care about trauma. And Mia's specialist appointment was here, the only place where someone could diagnose her hearing issue. So he returned to the one city where he hoped no one would recognize him. The plane touched down. Passengers began unbuckling. Ethan kept his head down, gently waking Mia. But then, a murmur spread through the cabin. Confused whispers. Ethan looked up. A man in a dark green flight suit boarded the plane, patches glinting under the lights. His posture radiated command, unmistakable to anyone who ever served. And he was looking directly at Ethan. The man's jaw trembled for a split second, as if he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He raised his hand into a salute. "Sir, welcome back, Viper 1. Silence smothered the cabin. Mia blinked up at her father. "Daddy? Who's he talking to?" Ethan swallowed hard. "No one," he whispered. "No one anymore." But the commander stepped closer. "Lieutenant Colonel Cole," he said, voice low, urgent. "We need you. They're coming back." Ethan felt the blood drain from his face. No. Not again. Not after all he lost. Ethan stood up slowly, shielding Mia behind him. His muscles tensed with instincts he hadn't used in years. The commander saw it, recognized it instantly. "Relax, Ethan," he said softly. "I'm not here to drag you in. I'm here to ask, man to man." Ethan's voice cracked from disuse. "Why now?" The commander exhaled. "Because the ghosts you ran from, they're real again." Passengers watched in stunned silence as the two men faced each other in the narrow aisle. One a decorated officer still in service, the other a broken father who had once been unstoppable. "Please," the commander continued, "just hear me out." Ethan clenched his jaw. The last time he heard someone out, he lost his squadron commander, his brother in arms, because Ethan disobeyed a direct order to try a risky maneuver. They saved civilians, but the Air Force buried the praise and highlighted the mistake. He became a cautionary tale. A failed hero. He grabbed his backpack and took Mia's hand. "Whatever this is," Ethan said, "I'm not your guy anymore." But when he tried to step past, the commander whispered the words that stopped him cold. "We found the wreckage from Operation Wildfire. And inside it was a message addressed to you." Ethan froze. Every hair on his body rose. Operation Wildfire was classified. Top secret. And the only people who knew the truth about that night were supposed to be dead. He turned slowly. What kind of message? The commander swallowed. A voice recording? Familiar. Someone you thought you lost. Ethan's chest tightened painfully. Who? He whispered. Your old wingman, the commander said. Titan. He's alive. Ethan staggered back. That wasn't possible. He watched Titan's jet disappear in fire. He heard the final scream in the comms. He held Titan's dog tags as they handed them to his widow. But the commander wasn't finished. And that's why we need you, Viper 1. Whoever brought Titan down, they're preparing to strike again. Harder. And he insisted, you're the only one who can stop them. Mia squeezed his hand. Daddy, are we in danger? Ethan knelt, forcing a smile over the storm in his chest. Not as long as I'm here, sweetheart. But inside, the sky he abandoned was calling him back. Calling him home. Pulling him toward a truth that might destroy everything he rebuilt. He stood up slowly and faced the commander. Show me the recording. The commander nodded once. And the world Ethan tried to leave behind began dragging him back into the fire.